I love chilies. I love telling people about them. And this is probably going to be quite hot. Okay? The astonishment that you get from people when you tell them that there's, 4,000 varieties. I can feel the heat burning, okay? It is raising, okay? When you tell people that the things you can do with them, you show them how to cook with them, and the effects that they have, medicinal effects and all kinds of things, It's a wild passion of mine. I love them and I love eating them, it's fantastic. On the left you can see some chilies here that we grew last year. These have been kept on over the winter, these have been overwintered. This is a habanero orange, obviously, you can see the chili there, orange. Starts off as a flower, like this here, gets pollinated, the chili grows through the flower, gets bigger like this, and then eventually it turns through from green through to orange, and that's when it's ready.
Are they hot?
Those are spicy, yeah. You're talking, there's a scale that's used to measure these called the Scoville heat scale, right? And you are talking 400,000 Scoville heat units for this. 400,000 Scoville heat units. These are seriously hot. Chilies from Charlie, that's what they call me. Very northern, very damp, yeah. Not the kind of climate where you'd expect to get these kind of chilies, basically. But here, growing in this is what my little forcing house inside the house keeps them very warm. We've got Scotch bonnet, we've got habanero Caribbean red hot, Indian firecracker, which is like a cayenne type variety. It's not as hot as a habanero, but you don't want them on your cornflakes, let's put it that way, yeah. These will take 3 to 4 months to get fruit on them, and then the fruit needs to turn through from green to red. When you got a chili and it's green, and you got one that's red, there's a process that goes on in it. When it's green, it's packed with vitamin C, vitamin A, antioxidants, right? Really good for you. But as it turns through to red, if it's one that goes from green to red, you replace some of that vitamin C with capsaicin, right? So as it's turning red, it's getting hotter. Capsaicin is the thing that gives you the burn, okay? So you replace some of the vitamin C with capsaicin, goes right through, and that's when they're ready to go. I mean, I worked in an outreach project for an agricultural college, and I went around helping small food producers use IT better and sort of improve the businesses. And I was obviously growing chilies at the time. I've been growing them for 10, 12 years, but not turning them into anything. And I was seeing a cheese man, and we were sat down helping him build his website. And I always end up talking about chilies, when you're with agricultural people. And he said, well, what are you doing with these chilies? And I said, well, I'm selling them out. He said, have you ever thought about putting them in cheese? And that was probably the watershed. And we sat there and talked to each other, and it was a case of, and I said, well, can you put them in cheese? And he said, I don't know, can you put them in cheese? And we sat there and we thought, well, let's have a go at it. So we took a sample and we put some in, and we got the process right, we had it tested, and now we have chili cheese.
Works really well though.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? The thing about eating chilies is they produce endorphins, okay? You get them in your mouth, they burn you, and what happens is you get, it produces a signal to your brain produces a natural painkiller which is called an endorphin, which gives you a bit of a high. A bit like jumping out of a plane, yeah, or rock climbing, or running, or weight training, okay? Same principle. So when I eat this, the idea about chewing chilies is chew it around the front of your mouth rather than getting it in your throat, because there's a secondary heat comes from this, okay? And this is probably going to be quite hot, okay? So I've got it in front of my mouth now. I can feel the heat burning, okay? It is raising, okay? Feel it radiating around my mouth, and there it is.
Well, you eat these things for fun, don't you?
yeah, this is fun. But no, seriously, it is burning, and I do enjoy, the rush that you get from it, because it raises your metabolism. Obviously, there are side effects, yeah, but, I do get a feel-good effect from eating chilies as well. I love them, and I love eating them. If I could get my dream, yeah, it would be the first northern chili centre, yeah. A chili farm where people can come and see the growing experience, yeah. chili cafe, maybe a gift shop, you know, so people can enjoy the whole experience. I once went to a place down south that was a cider farm, and the experience I had there was absolutely unbelievable, and I would want to replicate that, you know. If money was no object and I could get my dream, then it would be a chili farm and visitor centre.